Good morning, welcome back to the morning meeting. It is actually 11:41, so we're just clinging on to the morning time, and it is Saturday the 21st.
Yeah, but whose fault's that, Joe?
I had a lay-in.
You had a lie-in.
A nice lie-in. 21st, 1, 2, 3. I had a lovely morning sleeping in.
Yeah, happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday, what?
9.
No. I needed my sleeps. What can I say?
It is number 9.
Number 9.
Welcome to the show, man.
Welcome to the show. So, CIAs.
Conquered yesterday.
What did you conquer?
Run. Did my marathon training run.
Yeah.
Stretched afterwards.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm getting good, man.
That's good.
Yeah, tell me about it. So then also did my in-text short for yesterday. So edit and upload.
Edit.
Just E and U or something.
And text, well done.
Yep. And then I've done like 2/3 of the edit for today's one, so I'm gonna need to add B-roll.
Okay, cool.
So just write like, as I've done below, just write 2/3. So I've done like 1 and 2/3.
Did you fill that in?
Yes.
Okay, 1 and 2/3.
I also renamed my shorts
Mhm.
after doing research, so
Yeah.
done some research on shorts on how to improve them, and then renamed and added descriptions and stuff. We'll see if that actually works.
Yeah.
And then also made my make and look video as
Yeah.
well.
Amazing. Brill.
Did anything else? I think that's it. Because research and stuff took ages.
Should I do my conquered?
Yeah, go.
Okay. I did leg day
Well done.
and I did some walking because if you've been following, Luke got me a treadmill for my Christmas. Well, he actually got me a pair of Yeezys for my Christmas, but I objected because I don't really want that much money spent on shoes. So I made him return it, and he got me a treadmill instead.
I'm the best
And
boyfriend
now
ever.
And now I need my trainers to walk on the treadmill.
Oh, I did them.
I know, I'm kidding. But to go with my
Whoops.
treadmill, what else did you get me, Luke?
Well, I surprised her with a standing desk.
Oh,
although it's an
aye.
electronic adjustable
Yes,
one,
it-
so
Press the button. And it
just
goes
press
up
the
and
button
down.
and it can go up and down. So you can use it to sit, but you can use it to stand. So she has a walking desk set up. So as I conquered yesterday, I think we should both put that we set up the new desk.
Oh, yeah, well, yesterday I didn't actually put this into here. Well, you put untidy. That was a massive job because I had 2 loads of washing I needed to sort out. The living room I have set the treadmill up, but it was in the middle of the whole living room. There was just mess everywhere, so I needed to just clear all the mess out and then reorganise the living room, move everything about. So it was a massive job. It took me until like 3 o'clock
Yeah.
to do everything. So I hadn't anticipated that, so I'll get into my impediments for what I didn't get around to doing.
Yeah.
I actually did start doing reading, but I didn't do my first pages, so I started
Better
off
than
with
nothing.
intention. Walking, so I did my walking, and because now I've got a desk, I didn't even notice how much I walked for, how long I walked for, because my watch doesn't really pick it up, because when you're walking on a desk like that, it just thinks that you're stood still.
Like what? I'm listening, not watching.
Okay, so I am mimicking me walking, but with my hands up as if I'm on a desk. My wrists don't move, basically, so your watch doesn't capture your movements. So
Yeah, there's no arm swing, so there's no
there's
step
no
count.
yeah, so I'm going to see if I can put it on my ankle. I did try that yesterday, but then I only walked for about 5 minutes because I need to do your mum's hair and makeup. So anyway, conquered leg day walking. I made about 2 TikToks.
Well done.
Well, I uploaded 2, and I think I made 1 or 2 more. I don't know, I can't remember. I started time stamping, so I've actually broken into that.
How far in?
A quarter of the way.
Good.
Which isn't that much, but
No.
I'm also doing the shorts for it as well. I'm doing them in tandem, so I've started, and I will finish that today, 100%.
You better.
I will finish that today. We also need to film a podcast. Probably today's the best day to do it.
Probably.
Anyway, so TikToks, I began that. I also tidied and organised everything, cleaned the kitchen and all. So that took a large chunk of the day to finish up. So that's my conquered. What was yours? What was your impediments?
So impediments yesterday. What didn't I do? Didn't do the French or running vid.
Okay.
nor the reading.
Okay.
So, did I have any blockers?
What reading to do today, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, like 120 pages.
So, did I have any blockers? I can't really think of any. You go first, whilst I think.
Well, I feel like you were able to just... You really did get your head down yesterday, I think, just with actual work. But then when you did a lot in your after work as well. You know, you finished work at about 9 last night. Yesterday, you finished doing all this stuff. So I think you did a lot. I think it's just that when you're doing a full working day, you're just trying to get too much in.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's like,
and I think waking up, we're not waking up early.
No. So I'd probably put for impediments time, and then also I would write distraction.
But I feel like well, I suppose you were distracted when like the treadmill and stuff came.
Yeah.
Because you even offered to me, you said, do you want me to help build the desk with you, or do you want me to build it for you? And I said, no, it'll take ages, and you're like, aye.
Yeah, because I thought it'd be too hard for you to move stuff about at work,
No, listen, because you're like, oh, okay, right, I do have work to do, I'll go back to work. But I think what it was is that you actually wanted to get out of work. A little bit. You're like,
maybe
I'll help you. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to clean up the whole house. Not do anything to avoid doing work.
Yeah, but not this work.
So don't.
I like doing this work.
So it wasn't necessarily me that was distracting you. I felt like you kind of wanted to be distracted.
No, I wasn't even going to say that at all. My distraction point was actually researching and renaming my shots.
Okay, yeah.
But what I've acquired from that level of distraction is actually that I'm going to prep for this meeting the day before, I think. Because coming into this and having like 10 minutes to think of what I want to do that whole day.
On the spot.
On the spot is not enough time. I need to prep.
100%. And I think what happens is that we'll say that we're going to do all this, and then you start getting into the day and then you realise, wait, I forgot I need to do this.
Yes.
Or then you start doing your TikToks and you're like, wait, actually, I don't know what I'm doing with my TikToks. I need to look at how to put them all together, process them, research them a wee bit. So I don't think we're prioritising correctly because we're thinking of it on the spot.
Yeah.
Because we've got massive to-do lists. We're just picking a few things that kind of go together on our to-do list, but they don't make sense in the actual day.
So right for acquired then, that
plan, action points.
Plan before meeting, or prep. I would even just write prep. Prep before the meeting. And then as for time, I think that also comes into it, because again, it's like we've said, or like I said, I don't want it to just become a rolling to-do list.
Yeah, which is...
Like, don't put stuff that's unrealistic. Because it's like, for instance, with the pages, like 30 pages, unrealistic. 10, very realistic. But they often feel realistic in the morning, that's the problem. And then they become unrealistic as the day passes, if that makes sense. 30's
hard because you're like, oh, I want to sit down and have 5-10 minutes reading your book. But then you're like, I've only read 5 pages. So then you're like, I've got 25 more, and then it becomes like an obstacle in your head. And you're not reading to enjoy it and really take everything on board. Because if you actually do take everything on board, it will probably take you longer if you're writing things down.
That's what I noticed.
And then it takes a good hour to get through 30 pages.
Oh, see, for me, it's taken like almost like, including getting up to pee, getting drinks of water, and like writing out my notes and thinking. It's taken me like up to an hour and a half to read the 30 pages. Well, you're note taking. You're not just skim reading. Yeah, I'm actually reading and then
you have to take it all
take
on
notes
board
and
because we're
stuff.
going to talk about it. So I think that's hard with the actual task itself. It's not just read 30 pages.
Yeah, I think we just need to start thinking about it as
read however much you can that day. Push yourself if you can.
Yeah.
I think as long as we read something each day, even if it's 2 pages, we just need to make sure it's a habit that we're doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Although,
at least we're doing something.
Kinda, but then again, I don't want this to turn into like a let's try our best board. Because that annoys me, that kind of stuff.
I know, but we're not achieving this.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, although I don't think lowering the bar today is a good idea because it's the weekend, and I thought for the weekend I'll just catch up on reading because I don't have to do a 9 to 5. I don't have the overhead of hours of meetings or.
I want to read like 6 pages today.
Yeah, that was my thinking. Big chunk.
Because I'm a third way through my book. I feel like I could finish it easy this week.
Yeah.
Or in the next couple of days.
Yeah,
bigger than mine.
Yeah. Well, see, but that's the thing is like because I'm working and you're not. Anyway, if I'm still in my book, when you've finished yours, you can just read mine when I'm not there.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyway, right, your impediments and acquireds kind of the same.
completely agree that I think we should plan it, because I feel a wee bit of anxiety when we're doing the meetings, because I'm like, I have to think on the spot. It's like, I'm going to ahhing, what am I going to do? And then I'm not prioritising what I actually need to do. So I think, I think the best time to plan is at the end of the day, when you know what you need to continue on.
Absolutely.
When you're in that motivated mindset where you're like, I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Because when you wake up, you're like, I've got too much to do, I'm just going to pick a couple of things. So, same as you. Impediments, yesterday, I think there was things unaccounted for, like I didn't know the desk was going to come, so I couldn't plan that into my FBIs.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea that I would have to
Yeah.
study and
To be
organise
fair,
and do
I
everything.
wasn't sure if it would come either, because it said it would come between Friday. Oh no, I think, what day is it today? 21st. Yeah, I think it actually said it would come between Saturday and Monday, something like that. I don't know, but yeah, that was an unexpected. Like, couldn't really have planned for it.
Yeah.
Or, well, there's nothing we could have done yesterday to plan for it that we would have done different. Like, if we knew it was coming yesterday, we just wouldn't have put it on the board. But we didn't know it was coming, so we put it on the board. But then we prioritised the desk over the
because it's about
stuff.
The priority, I think, over everything here is that you have to look after your home life first, because that's what makes it livable. If you're living in like chaos, you haven't done any washing, your kitchen's a mess, you can't get into a good flow state, because you know that there's big overhead and you're going to be stressed later on when you come to make dinner. Like, it's a hassle. You need to be on top of housework, I find.
Yeah, I think you should have I do agree to an extent, but I think an important part of that is that there's like a baseline of how much like content or stuff you should produce. Then over and above that, you want to prioritise home. But also, you're right. Like, you live at the home, you scoop it.
Yeah.
You need to make sure it's
like
in
that
working
desk
order.
If I did, like, I could have just left it until today to build it. But
oh no, but you'd been too excited. It's your Christmas present.
No, I know, but then I had 2 loads of washing that were on the sofa that needs to be sorted. That took a wee while, and then the treadmill's in the middle of the room. That needs removed. I kind of needed to do, but anyway, unexpected events. And then when your mum came in at 7, she wanted me to do their hair and makeup.
Yep.
And that took like a good
you were like
hour and a half.
Yeah.
And that's something, because at that point, when your mum came in, I was in like a flow state of doing the time stamping.
Yeah.
That's what stopped me doing it. I had done a quarter, so I was in the flow state, and then I needed to do hair and makeup, which I never anticipated on doing. I didn't know I was going to do that, so I didn't accommodate for that. So it's just things that crop up. Anyway, so that's my impediments. Acquired, I'll just say the same as you.
Yeah. Because sometimes that's the thing with blockers like impediments. You don't. Sometimes they are what they are. It's just voicing them. You don't have to learn from it per se. Because it's like, unexpected events. How do you learn from it? Well,
be flexible, and I think, like, as long as you can carry it on the next day, and it's, or prioritise. But I think also when unexpected events happen, you have to, as long as you do something. So that's what I did, is that I made quite a few TikToks yesterday. Although, like, I started doing this, and I made sure I got something out.
Yeah.
So
right.
I think do something.
How can that be an impediment?
Oh, sorry, that's an acquired. As long as you do something. Right, your FBIs.
Not do something, Joe. Get the goal. Boom.
Well, I mean,
Right, so fitness. For fitness. What are you doing, man?
See which bit's the wet bit.
So for fitness, I don't have a run or anything to do, and that's supposed to be a kind of rest day. But
well, you could just walk on the treadmill.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do a bit of foam rolling. Whoa, man! Watch my radiator. Foam roll, stretch, yoga.
Is stretch the same as yoga?
No.
Well, I mean, I know that, but could you just say if you do yoga, you've stretched?
I suppose I could if I felt cheeky. But I want them to be distinctly different activities for different purposes.
Okay. Is it okay if we just go like across just while we're on the same?
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Go.
My fitness, I'm gonna just walk today, and tomorrow I'm gonna run.
Cool, man.
I'm gonna walk. I want to get 10.
You want to get, or you are going to do?
I want to, and I'm going to get 12,000 steps today.
It's not that you want to, it's you're going to.
I'm gonna get 12,000 steps.
Good. There you go. So, Business, what are you doing for business today, Joe?
Oh, you first. You do that one.
Fine. So I need to edit my in-text short. Like finish it. That shouldn't take too long. French video. Do one of those. Running video. Do one of those. And then upload CT podcast to Buzzsprout so that it's actually on podcast platforms.
Cool.
What other stuff do I normally do?
Do you want to film a podcast today?
Oh, or what do I making
Experiment.
like vid today?
They shouldn't take too long. Like
Yeah, but I need to do stuff to do the video from
I think we
making
should-
look.
Well, I mean, if it's okay with you, I think film a podcast just because your mum will be out today. So,
Sure,
because your mum's going to be in tomorrow, so
but she's out on Monday.
fair enough. Anything else? I feel
Yeah,
like it's probably more than enough. Maybe you have to do loads of reading today as well.
Or should we do the podcast today?
Why don't we just experiment with the microphones?
Yeah, but I'll put that down. Mic fix. So yeah, we'll fix the mics for the podcast so that it sounds a bit better.
Yeah.
Because it sounds a bit horrendous.
To have a look. My business, I am going to can't really do much on my gift boxes. I need to do a couple tries. Podcast, finish, timestamp, and shorts. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling like really. I think because this has dragged on for a long time.
Oh my
now,
god, yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I get like that when stuff drags on. That's like, see the French video? This French video has been like semi in production for like since before I went on holiday, so 3 weeks,
Wow,
4 weeks. So like every time I open it, I'm just like, oh my
don't want
god.
to do with it.
Yeah, but that's how I'm doing it right now. The first thing, like I've already started doing it before this
Yeah.
meeting.
Like, I think that will be fine, but the idea of having to make shorts out of them, I'm like, oh my god, that feels like a big task.
Yeah, we'll just timestamp them and then we'll figure it out. Also, sorry, on my business, can you add research, in-text research? Because what I want to do is I want to look up how other people's like TikToks and shorts look, because I'm not liking how mine look.
Yeah.
They look better than they used to, but I want this next iteration, which is Stephanie's podcast, to look even better.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So with the shorts, basically just for this, all you want to do is timestamp shorts, and then we can cross the obstacle of turning them into actual shots, like later. Yeah, like to the point where that's how in text it's been quite good to make one every day. It's not that hard.
Okay.
It's pretty easy. Whereas the idea to sit down and do all of them, you're like, ugh.
Yeah. I feel like this won't take me long to do that.
No, well, but that's the thing as well, because it's just an introduction podcast. There literally might only be like 3 shots that come out of it,
Yeah.
maybe even 1.
Because I feel like there are a few that I've got. Like I've got like 3 or 4 so far, but I don't think they're all useful. Like I feel like they'd be a bit random.
Yeah.
Like it's like, why Joe is daft.
Yeah, well, see, think about it like when you make a short, the title has to mean something. Although not mega, because most short views come from feed, but that the
You should draw them in.
but the short itself, yeah, it's to draw them in. So if you watch it, as soon as it starts, you have to be like, "What's this I'm talking about?" Or "What's going on here?" Like,
Yeah.
has to, you know,
Make
it
you
can't just be
curious.
like for instance, you'll feel the urge to be like, look in Joe's favourite books, and it's like no one's gonna watch that unless the thing is like some kind of big statement that's an opinion that would
We
create.
should work the carnivore diet at some point in that. But I think
Yeah.
I might leave that because we're probably going to release a podcast about diet
Yeah,
and the carnivore diet anyway.
We
I'll
probably
just leave
will.
that. Anyway, what else should I do? I don't want to work on my gift boxes because I still want my stamp.
right. Why don't you try your wood burning?
Oh, that was what I was wanting to do. Yeah, you're right. Wood burning. I want to do a few practices on that.
There we
Okay,
go.
'cause that's on my desk.
And then we've got some stuff for making look. Boom.
Definitely. And I want to also make a personal YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
Is that too much?
good shout. No, do that.
Even just like the TikToks that I'm uploading, just like before I delete all the content, just make even like 3 short ones, put them up, like vloggy style ones.
Well, see, I was looking up putting up stuff straight from TikTok, downloaded ones, but I don't think the algorithm's
I
like
think
that.
would work.
Apparently.
But I want to look into my own YouTube and even just make branding.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Anyway, and 30 pages, I want to read at least 30 pages today.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, all good for me, man.
Cool.
So there we go. Happy Saturday. Look at that busy bold.
Yeah, happy Saturday. Never having a day off. I think that's one thing that I think we both struggle with is that we're maybe...
You're supposed to high five me, not hold my hand. Go. Boom.
Is that we're not really having days off.
Hashtag no days off, Joe. So yes.
Hashtag no days off.
Hashtag no days off, son.
Every day's a chance to improve.
Boom, let's get it.
Boom.